Alright, welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design, and we're back with Kingdom Hearts 1.5. I went to get some potions, and I added Tarzan, because Tarzan can put arrow on me, which is a huge deal. So, we're going to see if this works out any better, because forget Donald, he doesn't like healing me anyway.
Yeah, right.
Oh, good. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, put it where you need to.
You're a little focused.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
So in between episodes, we went back to the main hub. We got some items.
We did get some items,
Tony,
and this time we are kicking. I also forgot to equip myself with, accessories in general.
Yeah, so we equipped, what, Ifrit's bangle or something?
I think it was White Fang and then Ifrit's bangle, yeah.
Oh, you can equip two?
Yeah, and eventually,
wow.
What? Okay, I was about to say, he better not be able to stab there. That's some horse shit if he can stab there.
What else happened? We were gonna turn in the Dalmatians, but
then we found out that they don't do what we thought they did yet.
Which we thought it would give you arrow?
I thought it was gonna be arrow. I forgot that only when you do all 99, you get Aroga, or however you say Aroaga.
So you don't get the weak one, you just get the big one.
Yeah, once you do all 99. Okay, we should probably stop Clayton.
Yeah, I feel like... Oh, this is something I was going to talk about in the last episode, but... So this is like a dual enemy kind of battle.
Yes,
so
sir.
it's weird. The challenge is like, how do you prioritize who you attack? And I think traditionally you would want to prioritize the weaker of the two, which in this case would be him, rather than the chameleon.
Yeah.
And plus he's doing ranged combat, so he's like... There's really no good way to dodge it until he's dead, really. But if you defeat him, does it defeat...
I don't think so. I think it just puts him into like a little coma thing. And
Okay, so it's like either they have a shared health thing or the chameleon doesn't really need to be defeated.
No, the chameleon does need to be defeated.
Oh, I see. So he's the big one.
Carries it. I just don't know how much damage I have to do to this guy. I feel like I've been like kicking it. There we go.
There you go.
I've been kicking him for a while here. I mean, we do have to beat them both.
Okay, I mean, that makes the most sense, I think.
Well, he should be he's Clayton's gonna be super easy.
Yeah, well, that's why I think that the intended design is to defeat Clayton first, because he's probably the easiest one to knock out. It's just a matter of, like, avoiding the chameleon in the meantime.
Yep.
Which, I like that style of design of, like, how do you prioritize your targets? I think that it inherently comes with a lot of complexities.
And now I get scanned.
Ah.
So now they'll look. So that time I kicked his butt.
Yeah.
No problem.
Wow, yeah. Do you think that equipping the accessories was part of why it was so much easier?
I also use my potions too, but
did you?
I didn't have as much of a problem.
I never noticed when you're using your potions.
It happens so fast.
It really does, which I guess is good because it means that it's responsive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to Dark Souls its way in and make you like find the bare minimum moment where you can like squeeze it in.
Exactly. Be like,
oh man.
Yeah, I didn't play much of Dark Souls. I felt like I get too frustrated.
It's Dark Souls is one of those games where it's really easy to look at it if you've never played it and be like, I will never be able to beat this.
Nah, I'm sure.
And while that still may be true,
yeah.
Like I've never beaten Dark Souls, but in playing it, I went from feeling like I was incredibly overwhelmed to beating things I never thought I would be able to beat.
Right.
And it does a good job at like both training the player, but also making them feel good about their success. Because it feels like you're accomplishing the impossible.
Yeah, right.
And that's not something many games do. And I think that's partly why that game was so successful.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you can do the impossible after some work.
Eddie and I have been talking about coming back to Dark Souls on the show because Cujo and I did shout out to Cujo, one of the guys we had on the show way back in the day.
Way back in the day, a couple of years now.
He and I started playing the first game, and we got pretty far.
Yeah.
But I was playing, and that was back when I hadn't been playing games for a number of years, so I was no good.
Yeah, right.
But I still got pretty far. Like, if me at my worst could still play that game, I feel like
you now could do better.
Most people in general could pick it up and do a pretty good job with it. But
yeah, who knows, you know. And like, I wouldn't mind trying the game out. I'm sure I wouldn't be as bad as I think I would be, but I might still be pretty freaking terrible.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's kind of pretty terrible at it until you play it a lot.
I'm kind of skipping over, like, I think I'm supposed to, like, do certain things with, like, vines to get across. I'm just kind of like, I could jump.
I mean, I feel like this is the intended path. It seems very much like a, oh, nice. Sneaky, sneaky.
Now, I might not be able to jump this one. Nope.
Yeah, that one seemed like the vine was the intended design. What do things like Mithril do?
It's all for crafting later.
There's crafting?
Yep, there's crafting thing. The Moogles. The Moogles open up a shop right above Sid's place.
Really?
Uh-huh.
We haven't done that yet, have we?
It hasn't been opened up yet.
Oh. Weird. What kind of things do you craft? Just like
That's how you get the Ultima blade.
Oh, but you can craft other things, right?
Yeah, and you have to craft other things before you do the Ultima blade.
Oh, you like level it up almost?
Yep.
Huh. Weird. I'm kind of excited to see that. I don't remember a lot of things in this game, and that's definitely one of them.
That's good, though. That means that everything we explore will feel pretty fresh to you.
Yeah. Sorry, the camera just like messed with me.
The camera gets super weird in this one spot. And so you have to come back here later because that's the White Trinity, so...
Damn White Trinity.
And there's Rosa Downs' character. He's not swearing, that's just monkey talk. He's not like effing messed up kids and they're effing millennials and they're effing stuff.
Goddamn youths.
Them crazy suburban youths.
Shit. Now I've got shit means heart.
Fuck means heart. Friends in our hearts. Heart. Heart.
Oh, so that's what it meant.
Friends, same heart.
And that's an important statement for later.
Friends, same
Friends,
heart.
same heart.
No heart. No see friends. No heart.
Is it because we have Kyrie in our heart all
Because
along?
you have shit in your pants.
I knew it.
Look at that, they're making up. I love these three though, I really do. It's goofy, but I love it. Like, I mean, I don't mean like the character's goofy. I mean, it's a cheesy relationship.
It's all about
but I love
goofy.
it. I love it. I have some Kingdom Hearts Funko Pops in my room right now. Shoot.
Every time I see Donald's face, though, I just kind of want to grab his duck bill and just waggle it.
He's like slamming on the ground.
No, I want to hurt him.
I do.
I just want to like grab his
heals
beak.
me.
Duck beaks are so goofy.
No, Goofy's goofy.
Ah, you're right. I'd grab Goofy's snout too. I do that with dogs. You just like grab their snout and be like, ah.
And they bite your hand off. Like, what happened in my life?
Oh man, it's one of the hearts. We're all in the hearts.
It's a gummy piece.
Where is the heart?
It's a block.
The gummy is heart.
Oh, look at that.
Heart is gummy. Ew, that's gross.
And what did we get? Oh, they have a whole scene.
A cutscene, that's what we get. Ooh.
Walk through the heartless to that world.
It was I.
I would, they can. This is a voiceover.
Lust for power that was the bait.
Now, one of my favorite villains though is Oogie Boogie. I am a big Oogie Boogie fan.
Oh, I love Oogie Boogie.
I want to dress up for him as Halloween at some point.
You'd make a good Oogie Boogie.
I'm not dressed for Oogie.
You're a little too nice though, but you've got the
like size. I just mean like dressing up.
Well, yeah, you've got the size. You've also got the bombastic voice.
I do. I could totally play him if they did a play version of that or a movie version.
Oogie Boogie is one of like the things that scared me most as a kid, though.
Dude, he was freaky, man.
But it wasn't him himself that freaked me out. It was
the bugs inside of him.
It was the resolution of Oogie Boogie.
Oh.
Spoiler alert! At the end of the movie, they like pull a thread on his leg and it unravels him. And then all the bugs squirm out, and then there's just like one Oogie Boogie bug that was controlling them. But as a kid, I thought they transformed him into a bug by pulling on his thread. And so for the next like 5 years of my childhood life, I was afraid that if someone pulled a thread on my clothes, that I would unravel and turn into a bug.
That's funny, dude.
It scared the hell out of me, man.
Good. Well, guess we better get going. Where's your ship anyway?
Not too far. Sora, dozen friends. Oh, we got the Jungle Blade. Keyblade, Jungle Blade. But
And we'll learn the Red Trinity. Which would be important when we go back to Traverse Town. The gummy block that came out of that glowing hole, it's not like the others. I wonder what it's used for. Alright, we got our episode title.
something
Glowing hole is absolutely our episode title.
it's a little too close to glory hole for comfort.
I don't know. Maybe Leon will know. He might. Let's go back to Traverse Town where I just was.
I want to be pilot.
I want to be pilot. I'm talking.
Hey, stop it!
Oh, come on. I'm the Keyblade Master.
I can fuck you up.
I can stab you.
I don't care who you are, no.
Garsh. Here we go again.
Gorsh.
Garsh.
That is his like signature phrase.
Garsh is.
Gorsh.
You know what? We still have to. Are we on time? Because
We have 4 minutes left, so
God, they have to sit through me watching us.
4 minutes of gummy action.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just gonna wreck it.
Well, hey, for what it's worth, they haven't had to sit through as much gummy stuff as we have. It's been 2 times now that we've had to travel back to Traverse Town
to get potions.
I'm gonna laugh if all along there was an easier way to get items.
Dude, if there is, and I'm just dumb as hell, I really hope that's the case. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've never seen it, so
I have a question for you.
yeah.
How would you feel if there were Star Fox-esque navigational secrets in the gummy transition?
Oh.
Like, for example, if you... Oh, I thought that was like an item you could pick up.
Oh, don't want to touch that. Hurt me. I mean, I can probably blow it up, I think. Yeah, I can blow it up. I'm not going to.
Oh, so say like if you were to like keep right and or like go through every loop, it would like take you off to a secret off path.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about the Star Fox series is when they do stuff like that.
Well, and that's the thing about this game. We talked about this in previous episodes, but like, I could lose the gummy ships and not be upset.
Right.
They get kind of tedious.
Yeah, and I guess like because it doesn't really have much of an impact on the main game.
Right, unless all of a sudden there's gonna be a big part where you have to be in your gummy ship, like fighting things. Oh my god!
And I think that's kind of what got me thinking about like the Star Fox-esque mechanics, other than the similarities that this has to Star Fox, is like if it tied into what levels you could access, it would feel more important.
Like this kind of tie into what levels you can access. Oh, I mean,
Well,
you have to use it to get there.
But it doesn't change what you can access.
True.
Which is why it would still work without the gummy ship.
Right.
If on the other hand, you would your possible locations would change based on how you play the
discovered
gummy
it.
ship.
That'd be kind of cool.
Right, and the real reason why something like that isn't in this game is because they want you to go to every level. Because every level is important,
Right.
and they don't want you to miss out on content. And so, like, that makes perfect sense to me that they wouldn't want to design the gummy ship sequence that way.
Right.
But it leaves the gummy mechanics feeling a little hollow.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you feeling a little hollow.
Yeah, probably.
God, how much time do they have left? Are they stuck watching us for another 2 minutes on this shit?
They've already been watching the gummy ship for 2.5 minutes now.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, God.
Well, don't apologize for the game's design. That's not your fault. That's what it is, man.
Ooh, yeah, make it interesting. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, boy, look at that.
So,
Crazy
like,
shit happening.
This sort of comes down to some of the philosophy that we've had for how we choose to do this show. We could kind of take this our channel in a similar angle that other Let's Players do, where they just kind of cut out all of the in-between stuff.
Yeah,
and just put in the juicy stuff. And we totally could do that. The reason we don't is because we want these games to kind of show as they are. So, like, our discussions around them have context.
Well, and we can talk about things like, this is really kind of crazy. We have to keep doing all this back and forth.
Right. So that's why, like, that's why I kind of like stand by that I don't really want us grinding on RPGs off screen. And at worst, like, I would rather stream it. That way that content is still there.
Right, it's visible for people so they understand that this game one of its design aspects is you have to grind.
Yeah, and like, not that people don't understand. I
No.
fully expect that all of the designers that watch the show, like, they're on very much the same page as us.
All right, blowing up Traverse Town.
If not, oftentimes maybe some designers are ahead of us, and we're just kind of coming to these conclusions for the first time.
Right.
Wherever everyone is, it's like not a surprise that
Right.
games are built for grinding, and a lot of people that watch the show are our age, so they grew up with games that required grinding.
Exactamundo.
But I think, like, from a standpoint of like validity in our statements about these games and our analyses, it's important to have that context, especially for junior designers. Maybe like there are 14-year-old designers that are jumping on and they kind of want to get into game design. And they've never played games like this, because this is kind of our generation, right?
This is our generation. Good game.
So I don't know. That's why us going through the gummy stuff over and over and over again.
It's important because it shows the repetitive nature and whether it's really worth it or not, or if there's a better workaround that doesn't require you to play more levels and do more back and forth to get to.
Yeah.
Question of the day.
Don't clap like that.
I won't clap
That'll
like that.
break everyone's ears.
Yeah, well, I
See
think
that?
everyone's ears.
It's all red.
all red.
Question of the day. I mean, we've talked about the gummy ship stuff
Yeah.
a ton already, so I don't think we need to touch on that.
No. How about the dual bosses?
I think that was the angle I was going to go
do
with.
it.
How does having multiple targets during a boss battle, how does that affect the flow of that combat? I mentioned that it changes the priorities, and the challenge is how does the player prioritize who they attack, and I think that's part of the whole, and even that's a discussion in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have our methods of madness.
Cool.
So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't done that yet either, and comment on the question of the day, your own thoughts on the personal playthrough that you guys have or our playthrough.
And if you've never played Kingdom Hearts, check it out. It's
a fun game.
I think there's a lot of reasons why it's nostalgic to many, and then I think it still has a lot of really redeeming qualities.
Yes, and
for new players.
And it holds up. It still holds up as a good game.
Yeah.
All around.
I'm definitely more charmed by this playthrough than I was with Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm still enjoying this.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.